Hello again, friends and loyal Wolfpack members. Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to the Elite Dangerous 2.1 beta server and Pimp My Ride Python edition. Yes, it's been a while for me getting around to this ship. I actually thought I had already gone and done a video on this ship. Turns out I haven't, and I was just imagining things. But here we are, we have the Python. I have it set out in what I'm planning to have post 2.1. This isn't how I usually run my Pythons. It's very similar, except I usually have two advanced plasma accelerators up the top and a large pulse laser or burst laser under the nose. But let's go and see what I've got currently. As you can see, I've got two large multi-cannons and two medium beam lasers. So the two large multi-cannons, a large beam laser and two medium beam lasers. Now normally I wouldn't have a large beam laser because this just drains the power of the capacitor way too quickly. But because we have multi-cannons instead of advanced plasma accelerators, that's not as much of an issue. Not only that, but I am going to go and modify the power capacitor to make using the weapons a lot more efficient. But let's go and see what else we've got, because in the utility mounts I've got two shield boosters. Normally I would swap one of these out for a kill warrant scanner, but I'm not going to worry about that too much in this particular video. We've also got a chaff launcher and a heatsink launcher, just because. Going back, core internals, basically same as always, everything's pretty much A-rated apart from the D sensors and the D life support. Optional internals, now we only have a normal 6A shield generator because for some reason, if we go and have a look in the shop, we can go here, go into shield generators, set this to class, there we go. We do not have the power play modules anymore for some reason, but that's fine. I'm happy to just carry on as is. This is a build that I usually use for, it's usually my all-purpose-ish kind of build. So, let's come back out of there. So, shield generator, two shield cell banks. Normally I only use one, but I'm putting an extra one in just for the purposes of this video, just to see how it goes. And especially since we now only have, well, not only, but we have multi-cannons up here instead of plasma accelerators. So that leaves me a lot of spare power. So, because as you can see, the maximum power on this is actually 30 megawatts, and that's insane. We've got a 4A fuel scoop, some cargo racks, a frameshift drive interdictor, a collector limpet controller, and another cargo rack. So basically this is my scavenger build. I go around bounty hunting, killing, and picking stuff up after I've killed them. So this is the ship I'm going to be using to pick up materials after, well basically this is going to be my material farming ship once 2.1 hits. So as soon as I get back into the bubble, I am going to be outfitting this ship, going out, getting all the materials, and then going and modding the ship out. Right, first of all, before we go back and start doing the modifications, let's just quickly have a look down here at the jump range, because I usually forget to do this. But you can see here that we have a 16.21 light year jump range, and now after we get all the modifications done, I'm going to be very curious to see how this gets affected. So, let's go and stock up on some fish and get some modifications done. Now, one of the things we haven't really touched on before is the fact that you can actually go and modify frameshift drive interdictors. It's usually something I've forgotten to go and look at up until this point. So let's go and have a look at what we can get. Expanded FSD interdictor capture arc. Okay, so the facing limit, that's how close to dead ahead of your ship the enemy ship, or the target ship, needs to be. So the bigger this gets, the wider, the greater of a degree to which the target ship can be from the nose of your ship. So it can go anything from like 30 degrees, which it currently roughly is at the moment, 30 degrees in front of your ship, maybe up to almost all the way to like 90 degrees. That'd be kind of interesting. And the further we go down here, you can see that it just gets bigger and bigger until we get to 100%. So what I'm guessing this is going to be is about a 60 degree capture arc. So that's going to be insane. There's not just that, we have this one as well. Longer range frameshift drive interdictors. So it increases the range of our interdictors. Now, personally, between the the range and the capture arc, I think the range would be more interesting for me. But like I said, I don't usually focus on frameshift drive interdictors on this, so I'm not going to bother modding this one out too much, or even at all. I just wanted to let you guys know what you could do with it. Okay, so that's all the modifications gone and done. I've done a few things a little bit differently, so one thing in particular, but we'll go and have a look at that in a moment. What I wanted to go and do is first of all have a look at our jump range. Now we have managed to get it up to 20.43 light years, and for the Python that's really, really good. I mean, you could almost make you could make a very good exploration ship out of this now, especially with the grade 5 frameshift drive enhancements. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this ship goes and performs. But it's not just the frameshift drive modification that we performed that allows us to jump further. I have gone and made all the lasers lightweight. It was a choice between making them long range or lightweight mounts. The reason I went for lightweight is because that actually reduced the damage less than if I was to go for the longer range weapons. If I went for the longer range weapons, my damage output would have been reduced even further. So I decided, you know, sod it, I'm going to go for the lightweights. I don't really need to have anything else. I didn't really need to modify them at all, but I just wanted to see how much more jump range we could get out of them. The multi-cannons, obviously, I've gone for increased capacity, so yes, there's no special effects in any of the weapons, because I'm not sitting here and rolling for them now that Frontier have changed this so that we don't get them consistently. So yeah, that's fine for me. Hopefully, when the favours system comes in, I'll be able to fix these things more thoroughly, but yeah, we'll go and see. But let's go and have a look in the core internals, because this is one of the things I wanted to show you, and that's the power plant. We can have a look at the modification, and you can see that I've only gone for a grade 2 overcharged power plant. Why have I only gone for a grade 2 when I could have quite easily gone for a grade 5? Well, the power output on this thing isn't good enough anyway. And we really just wanted to have a little bit extra power capacity. We didn't need that much. So I went and made all the other modifications and then worked on the power plant after, trying to work out exactly how much I needed. But the main reason I only did the grade 2 is because of the heat efficiency. Every time you go up a grade, the potential heat efficiency reductions that you're going to be getting get steadily bigger and bigger. And because I've got beam lasers on this ship, I really don't want to make the heat efficiency any worse. Especially since the thrusters have been modified with a dirty drive tuning grade 5. So that's making the thermal load even greater. So I really don't want to make any more of a thermal problem. Hopefully we are going to be okay. I don't know. I haven't tested this yet. But if it ends up being too much of an issue, when we eventually get around to the live server, I'll go for a clean drive tuning instead. But I do think that the Python really needs the extra maneuverability. Let's have a look. Power distributor, we have modified this for weapons usage. So grade 3. So the weapons capacity and recharge is much higher. Gonna hurry up and blast through the rest of these. Shield generator, we've just upped this to the maximum that we could get. Let's go and have a look. We've got reinforced shields, grade 5, went up to the maximum. Both the shields cell banks are for spin up time and capacity, so that's great. And that's about it for these internals here. I mean, like I said, we could go and mod up the frameshift drive interdictor. I don't really see the point. And then again, just the utility mounts. The only things we've modified here are the shield boosters, and they are both increased over 200% each. So they are boosting by about 60%, I think. 62.1, 63.9. So yeah, we're going to have some fairly strong shields, even though they are not prismatics. So anyway, let's go and see how well this ship does in combat. Okay, so we've got our first target right here. Utopian Overseer, he's wanted, so let's prep for war. Let's go and see how well this works. Now, our heat is going up fairly substantially. Oh, hello! Ooh, ow, ow, ow. That was not good. I didn't see that coming straight away.
Under attack.
So let's try and avoid it the second time around. And get some maneuverability on this guy. Get all our weapons targeted on him. As you can see, our heat is going up, but it's nothing we can't deal with currently. There we go, his shields are down. That's what we wanted. Yeah, it looks like the dirty drive tuning as well as the beam lasers on this might be a little bit ambitious. But we'll see how it goes. So I don't suspect we're going to need many... Ooh. We're not going to need many pips into weapons right now if we're just using the multi-cannons. So the guy is wanted. We'll wait for everything to settle before firing again. Now we are going to have to watch our fire. There we go. We just hit somebody with a stray bullet and now we're wanted as well. So that's not going to be great. So let's get the hell out of Dodge. Let's use these asteroids as cover.
Target shields offline.
Ooh, that's a nice little opportunity right there.
Assist off. Flight assist off. Under attack. Warning. Taking heat damage.
So, let's go and take this guy out.
Heat sink deployed.
Even though we have everybody in the mine in this extraction site and their dog on us right now. So,
Scan detected.
I think that's kind of what we need to do right now, is just max out our shield capacity right now.
Heat sink deployed. Warning. Thermal attack. Gaining heat.
It's fine, we're compromised, we're dealing with it.
Heat sink deployed.
And it does seem that... Uh-oh, we're really...
Critical. Warning. Taking heat damage.
Let's get this guy gone as fast as possible. Doesn't matter about the heat.
Warning. Taking heat damage. Target shields online.
In fact, let's get out of Dodge. Ooh, he's taken our shields down. It's time to flee, time to get out of there.
Taking damage. Warning. Taking heat damage. Module malfunction.
We are rapidly getting out of effective weapons fire,
Activity critical.
but I don't think we're going to make it.
Malfunction.
Chaff, all malfunctioning,
Taking heat damage.
and there we go.
Eject. Eject.
Okay, yes, so now that is the Python modded up after 2.1. Now, admittedly, I didn't do the best combat-wise out there, but then again, I did decide to try and stay and take on virtually the entire resource extraction site all by myself. So, not exactly the smartest decision, but then again, that was kind of triggered off by a stray multi-cannon round. But oh well. I still think that this is a very, very nice ship, and I do feel it got extremely manoeuvrable, especially after the dirty drive tuning, although I do think potentially with this ship, if you want to run beam lasers, then the clean drive tuning might be more beneficial for you. I don't know, I'm going to play around with it a little bit more and see what I think. But yeah, what do you guys think about the Python post 2.1? I really do enjoy this ship. It is actually one of my favourite in the game. I mean, I do love my Anaconda, and I do like the Federal Corvette. And I know that the Cutter has a place in the game as well, especially for me as well even. It's going to be a great trade ship. But I do think that the Python is still my favourite ship in the game, especially with its new paint schemes that you can see right here, the Squadron paint packs. I just love it so much. But what do you think about this ship? What do you think about it pre 2.1, post 2.1, modified, unmodified? Let me know in the comments, as always, and I will do my best to get back to you, as many of you as I humanly can. But anyway guys, I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If so, please do hit those like and subscribe buttons. You'll get notifications whenever I release new videos, beta or otherwise, and you know you're just doing yourself that great big favour. But anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been Commander Chaos Wolf. You guys have been epic. I will see you soon. And until then, Commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.